So in this video, I'm gonna be enhancing the Ibaraki Doji's soul set, and I'm gonna pretty much try to start from ground zero, although I might use a few souls that I've enhanced before. So there will be a lot of talks about, the process of why I'm choosing a specific souls, and just my thinking about why I think a soul is good, or why something is worth keeping, why something it isn't. But it's definitely gonna be a lengthy video, so brace yourself. And if you're impatient, I'm gonna put description of the timestamps down below. So just to get an idea of how much we'll be spending, I'm starting out with almost 99 million coins, and we're gonna be using a lot of the reverse scales. I'm foreseeing that I need a lot of these to replace what I have right now. So if you're a newer player, you won't be able to afford spending a lot on souls, and you have to be, I guess, you can't be too picky with the souls that are available to you. But this would be a good review or preview as to what you'll be expecting when it comes to the RNG enhancement aspect of the game and how terrible it is. So prepare to see me melt down many times. Okay, so what we'll be aiming for today is an Ibaraki Doji with high critical damage and high critical rate. If you're just starting out, you can probably settle for an Ibaraki Doji with just high critical rate. You can skip the critical damage part. That should do for a while. But since I'm trying to maximize the efficiency of grinding Orochi 10, I'm gonna need critical damage to really one-shot all the enemies in my path. As you can see here, I already have a few souls that are enhanced, and they were from my previous adventure. So I'm gonna be using some of this, and that will really save me a lot of time and coins and souls. Since we'll be needing the critical damage, let's see if we have any available. This is a good one. We have critical damage here, a little bit of critical damage here, and critical rate here. So this is actually a really good soul. So I might just use this. My fear is that by using this, my other unit will not get to use this. But unfortunately, critical damage, so they're just so rare that if you manage to pick up any at all, you might just go for it. Let's see how many have I got. Oh, turns out I have quite a lot. Wow, I have a lot. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop counting once it reaches grade 5. So Silencio is my last one. Okay, it seems like I have a lot of critical damage souls, but really the usable ones are the ones that are for DPS units. So maybe Scarlet, because it provides you with a 2-step bonus of attack bonus. So this one might be good. This might be a pretty good soul with critical damage and critical rate. So this is might be a good soul for a DPS unit. The problem with this is that it might not give you enough critical rate. Okay, so what we really want is a critical damage soul that will also give you critical rate. So you're looking at Seductress and hopefully Shadow, which, as you can see, I don't have any critical damage soul for Shadow here. This one might do too, and this one actually has a little bit of speed on it. So this one might be a really good option if I need to fine-tune the speed a little bit when I'm putting Ibaraki to the team. As of right now, this is my best option. So I really lucked out in that I already have something available. Let's take a look at this one. Turns out, so Sami-san also has critical damage, and this one actually has a lot of speed. So I might use this one later. If I do decide to use Sami-san, I'm gonna need another Sami-san, because that will then it will give me a free 15% critical rate. I probably won't be using a Harpy because it only gives you attack bonus, and like I said, you really want high critical rate along with critical damage. So let's put that in. And for Ibaraki, you really want, you almost want 100% critical rate. If you can't make it to 100%, you can make do with 98 or 99, but ideally you want 100% if you want to farm automatically, and otherwise the game may fail on you and you have to manually restart it. So since we already have critical damage, I'm now going to focus on critical rate, and I'm going to need to get critical rate from the remainder of the 5 slots. Like I said, I already have some souls set up or maxed. So what you would be expecting is hopefully I can get 11% on each of the slot. 11% is a fairly obtainable goal, if not 8%. But let's just kind of picture if you have 8% on each of these slots. 8 times, well, I haven't done that for so long. 8 times 6 is 48. 48 plus the 30% that you can get from the set bonus, 78%, which is still not enough. And on top of that, of course, Ibaraki has critical rate built into him, so he has a 10% critical rate. So really, you need 90%. So 8% on each of the slots, even though it might be easier to achieve, it's not enough. So you maybe want you can mix and match a 14% plus 8% if you got lucky and you have 14% lying somewhere. And as I mentioned in my basic introduction of the soul video before, it's not realistic to expect a perfect critical rate soul, and it's just easier for your sanity to imagine that it doesn't even exist in this world. Okay, so let's see. The best one that I already have that also offer critical rate is the shadow here, and it only has 8%, so not ideal. And if you're just starting out, you can try your luck with a grade 5 soul, but you need to be really lucky. And as you can see, this one is not that great either. Okay, so seems I really need to enhance on some of my souls to try to get that up there. So I'm not gonna bother with this because it's grade 5. In fact, I'm gonna throw this out. Let's see what other DPS soul do I have. Okay, I could use this one, but that's not really an option for me because I already use a seductress, and if I want the set bonus for seductress, I need another seductress. So I can't really use Samisen. I can't mix Samisen into this anymore because I need 4 shadow and 2 seductress. Alright, so we're gonna skip this one for now. My guess is I'm gonna have to farm. I'm gonna have to exchange some of my reverse skills for a shadow or a seductress. I'm probably gonna go for shadow. So let's move on to the 4th one. So again, I'm sorting it by critical rate. And FYI, for those of you wondering why I'm so above the limit, is because I've been farming exploration in preparation for this video and building my fathers during the exploration bonus event that's been going on, and also the memory scroll. I've been farming like just non-stop. In retrospect, I should have just used the Gluttony Ghoul, but at first I thought this might be a better idea because it might be easier to understand for newer players. But yeah, I absolutely regret it, and my apology in advance. You guys are going to be seeing a lot of messages just telling me that I have too many souls, so I have to keep pressing dismiss for the rest of the video. Never again. So we're trying to put something in the slot for, and we definitely want to look for something with attack bonus and definitely something with critical rate as a substat. So just scrolling. Okay, so see, I already tried to enhance this one and it seems like it's not really budging. I'm still gonna keep this one because I might have I'm gonna play with this one again later. HP bonus. Okay, just for fun. Let's see what's there. Defense bonus. This is a bad soul. And again, my apologies, this is going to be a somewhat lengthy video. Okay, so I don't even have an attack bonus soul with critical rate. I have for enhancement. So yeah, I mean I do have a lot of good attack souls, but they already, I guess, called for by other units, namely by, you know, Otengu, Yotohime, or, you know, whatever DPS unit I'm using. So I guess this is not good. The bad news is I probably have to exchange for this too, and it's so much harder to get an attack bonus percentage so with critical rate on this slot compared to the 1, 3rd, and 5th slot, because besides the substat, you also need to the main stat. You need both of them to be right in order for it to be considered good. So this is why it's so hard to build a critical damage oriented shadow main DPS unit, I guess is what you call it. I could use the boss souls, but none of these appear to be good. Okay, so I need to exchange for these two. Great, that's not gonna be pretty. Okay, so finally we have one available already at 11%. Another 11% with a little bit of speed. 6, 8, 8. Not really great. So I might actually try Samisen instead of Seductress, since there aren't that many good Seductress souls. Alright, so let's put that in for now. Okay, so again, let's see how much critical rate I have. So these are the ones already enhanced before. 10%, not bad, but I guess really not really up to our standard, and we can't really use any more Seductress, or rather we want to save. If you have the Shadow Soul that is right for the setup, then use that immediately, because you can be more flexible with Seductress because you only need 2 of them. So you can put a Seductress on any of these slots, okay, 1, 5, or 4. Whereas if you find a right fit for a shadow, then you want to use that or put that as a priority, because you want to really gather 4 shadow as soon as you can. Of course, 4 shadow that has enough critical rate. So this one is not really to my liking, but I'm gonna put this down for now to see how it's gonna turn out. Okay, this one would have been great if this is an attack bonus. Unfortunately, this is an HP bonus. So as you can tell, I don't really have a lot of good souls, and again, I can't stress enough, it's partly because I already enhanced some of it and put them onto some of my units, existing units, even though I do agree the farm rate is abysmal. Okay, this one might have been great, but I can't really fit a claw set into this setup. Maybe, but it's gonna be hard to get this critical rate up because you're gonna get two new substats, and you can only get 3 more upgrades. So at most, this one can go to 11. Nope. Yep, 11%, and you have to be incredibly lucky to get this to 11%. I might do this if I'm desperate, because you know, why not? It's not a big deal because you can always recycle the soul. This one I can enhance 2 more times, which will bring it at most up to 8 or 10%. So not really good. And this one doesn't get talked about enough. Phoenix. Let's just call it Phoenix, or Phoenix Kusu. This one has critical rate too, but yeah, for those of you, this just adds more option for you. Okay, wow, this is bad. This is bad. Okay, well, hopefully I will get lucky on 1, 5, and 4, and I'm gonna use this for now. Okay, so next up, we will check out the Mystic Trader. Hello, sir. So I have about 9,300 reverse scales, and I've been saving up for I would say 9 months. Yep. I have use around 3,000 of them for gearing up Bokuman and Oshino Toki. But right now we are going to try to get slot 1, 4, and 5. And let's start with the most difficult one first. So for slot 4, we want attack bonus and critical rate. And a heads up, and this is just my opinion, if you are going to use this feature, it is more worth it to use them on 1st, 3rd, and 5th slot. If you're just starting out, you want to invest in the 1st slot because it'll give you attack stat as a main stat, and this will really boost your attack power up since it's a grade 6 soul, so it's gonna give you a huge increase in the attack versus a grade 5. So this one is the first one you want to look for if you are purchasing a DPS soul from the Mystic Trader with reverse scale. You might be tempted to go for the slot 6 because you want something that gives you critical rate or critical damage. If you're focusing on the Shadow or Seductress set, but the chance of getting those are very slim. You probably benefit more. Again, this is only if you're a beginner. You benefit more if you purchase the slot 6. And we'll be buying some of this, and some of this, and some of this. And I'm gonna mention this again. It's gonna be hard to get a good soul on slot 4, but it's gonna be easier than slot 6. That's because you have a better chance of getting an attack bonus on slot 4 than it is to get a critical rate bonus on slot 6. So I can purchase the slot 6 Shadow Soul in hopes for a critical damage or critical rate soul. But since the chance is so small, it's better to invest your reverse scale somewhere else. And especially if you want a critical damage main stat or a critical rate main stat along with critical rate substat, it's just too rare and it's not really worth risking. So thankfully we already have something, so I'm just gonna be focusing on this for now. And again, we're looking for attack stat, attack bonus percent with critical rate. Alright, so again, we'll be looking for the attack bonus stat and along with critical rate substat. Okay, this is gonna be terrible. Every time I get a soul, I'm gonna need to press dismiss because I have too much soul in my inventory. Critical hit. Critical hit. Do I have use for that? Maybe. Maybe this might be good for a PvP with critical damage and critical rate. Hey, actually pretty nice with effect resist. Oh, come on, seriously? Yep. Okay, so I feel pretty lucky. It was just 2 draws and I already got attack bonus stat with critical rate, and also as part of the substat, attack bonus again. So this is a good soul, but I'm gonna get a maybe let's see, 2 more. I'm not gonna be too ambitious. I'm gonna get 2 more because 1 is not enough. I mean, if I'm unlucky and the substat goes to the wrong place, then I definitely need more and I have to give up on the current one. So defense bonus is pretty much useless. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat it. It's useless. At the very least, you want HP bonus. I can't really. All I can say is someone did the math, and effectively, the HP bonus is more beneficial. And if you want to be creative about this, then sure, you can try to enhance the defense bonus one. Okay, this is bad. This is again bad. This is amazing, perfect. Okay, so I'm feeling very lucky. Critical damage and along with critical rate, always nice to see, and especially now there's speed in there. It might be good, might be bad. If it somehow all the stats goes to speed, then I might still keep it for speed tuning. But I feel fairly fortunate right now. Defense bonus again. Defense effect resist. Not really. Nope, not good. And not really good. Bad. Bad. Maybe. Okay. So this might turn out to be a good soul if most of the upgrade goes to critical rate. I still consider myself as somewhat fortunate to get 3 attack bonus along with critical rate substat in so little draws. Let's do 2 more. I mean, if I don't use it now, I'll be able to use it later. Defense, okay. You know, I might keep this one because if one day I decide to try to make a speed build, I can try to upgrade and get the speed up. But as some of you might already know, I don't really like to build a speed team. Okay, not that great. Effect hit, that looks interesting. Nope. There you go. This looks nice as well. Okay, so I think I have 4 so far. 1 more. Let's do 1 more. Effect resist. Hey, this is interesting. This might be good as PvP soul, and especially all the substats or I guess attack oriented is definitely might be good to put on a DPS unit in a PvP duel. HP bonus. This might turn out to be a decent soul because it's got critical rate and HP bonus. Maybe I can put it on a healer or something and just use this shadow set, a 2-piece shadow set. Okay, getting a lot of defense bonus. So as you can see here, we're really burning through the reverse scales. And most of you won't be able to afford this, but again, I can do this because I've been saving up just for the sole purpose of demonstration. Let's see, effect resist, speed and critical rate, not bad. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna stop here. Again, attack bonus with critical rate. Alright, let's do the slot 1 and slot 5 too. Okay, so hopefully we're gonna have an easier time to get the soul that we want because we no longer have to be concerned about with the main stat, which could be random from any of these. For slot 1, all you can expect is always gonna be attack, and what we're really hoping for is hopefully 4 substats with critical rate in at least one of them, and if we get critical damage or attack bonus or other useful substats, I won't complain, right? So again, I'm just gonna do 3. Okay, so not that great. And also instead of building an Ibaraki with critical damage focus and critical rate on every other soul, you also have another way of building a critical damage Ibaraki, that is to just get critical rate up on the slot 6 and then get critical damage on all the other slots. So that's the alternative. The downside to that is you need to really I guess try to build up your critical damage through the substats, which might be challenging. So we have 1 attack bonus and 1 critical rate here, so this might be a good soul. So that's 1, 2, perfect. This is a pretty good soul. I can see all the upgrades going to defense, which will be funny. Hahaha. Okay, so we got 2 so far. Let's do 1 more. And maybe I can find you guys an example of the build that I was talking about in one of my friends' builds. Okay, another critical rate. Yeah, I'm gonna stop here. We can always come back, right? I'm not too concerned with having excess amount of shadow that might be useful in the future, because I can see myself needing a lot of shadow souls. So we got one. Perfect. Again, effect resist might be good for PvP. But I'm really looking to build an Ibaraki in the PvE area, so I don't really need effect resist. Okay, fantastic. This is a great soul. It's got attack bonus, critical damage, critical rate, so I'm happy there. Okay, another good soul. So as you can see here, it's a lot easier to pull for a decent soul in slot 1 and slot 5. So I guess just pay more attention to slot 2, slot 4, and slot 6. The critical rate and critical damage soul are especially rare when it comes to slot 6. So if you somehow manage to snatch one, congrats. Otherwise, you can always try your luck with the reverse scales, but I would personally, I would suggest you guys to farm really hard on the weekdays, and then once you feel like you have built up a healthy reserve of soul, you can, you know, do what I do, try to set up everything all in one go. Alright, so these, okay, I'm just gonna filter it by type. Whoops. So it seems like I should have spent something on the seductress, because I have if everything went smoothly, I'm gonna have 5 shadow but only 1 seductress, but we'll figure that out later. Okay, I'm gonna sort it by shadow, so it's only gonna display shadow, and I'm gonna start with let's start the easy one first. So we're gonna start with slot 1. Okay, so these are some of the souls that we have available with critical rate. It seems like there's quite a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5. And I'm already giving up on this one. Okay, so we're gonna skip that one. We're gonna feed it. Alright. So for those of you who skipped my introduction to soul video, and just in case you don't know this, you can press and hold on a specific soul that you want to feed, and then it's gonna select all the ones of the same grade and of the same type, as you can see here. So let me do it one more time. You can press and hold, and it's gonna select all of it. And you can also press and hold it again to cancel the same set, and you can press it again to cancel everything. So hopefully that will be useful for you in the future. Hopefully you already figured that out, otherwise you have to do this. That just inhumane, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna keep doing this, and I'm gonna use the grade 3 ones first, because the ones that are of grade 3, they provide more experience. And okay, shoot. Oh, sorry. Let's do this one more time. Okay, again, I'm gonna go click select this soul, and I'm gonna choose the soul I want to use to feed. And what I like to do, I like to sort of scroll down and just press and hold. You don't see it on the screen right now, but it's already selected as shown here on the right hand side. You already see the experience. So every time you press and hold, and this right hand side moves, it means you already showed, it already selected the soul. But the upside of doing this is you don't have to scroll up, or you don't have to keep scrolling down. See, if I start from here, then I'm gonna have to scroll down again to choose the soul. But if I already start from the bottom, I will just keep on selecting. So I'm gonna stop at level 6. And if you want to be efficient with your souls, what you want to do is you want to unselect it until it reaches level 5. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys why. Level 5. Okay, I should. This is only if you want to be efficient. Okay, so this is almost. It just went back to level 5. I'm gonna try to get it back up to level 6. Okay, so this just reached level 6. So what that tells me is we just use just enough experience, or just enough followers to get it to level 6 without any waste. And I'm gonna show you guys why it's important later. Feed it. Okay, so one of the upgrade went to critical rate, one of the went to critical damage, so that's nice. I'm kind of explaining out this whole thing because I want to show you guys my thought process. I'm gonna speed it up in the future in a video later once you guys are familiar with this. Okay, so this, I would say this soul is worthy of upgrading, you know, worthy of keep on investing. But if somehow it turns south and all upgrade went to defense, then I could have just stopped here, and then which one did I use? This one. Then I could have just abandoned this and used this as a fodder. And that's the reason why I upgraded to level 6 exactly, so I can save the rest of the experience for my other souls. So this is gonna help you save a little bit of fodders. And the concept works both ways. You can stop at grade 6, or you can stop at or I'm sorry, you can stop at level 7, or you can stop at level 6. And level 7 will give you slightly more experience. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna go yeah, I'm just gonna go to grade 9. Usually I like to go all the way to grade 9, but for the sake of demonstration, I'm sort of taking it slow. Critical damage, that's not bad, I suppose. Yeah, it might be good. This soul might be good if I want to use it to really stack up the critical damage. So I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna get it all the way up to 15. And this is sort of like a lazy way of doing it. Personally, I've accumulated so much resource. I kind of just don't want to deal with being too careful with the resource. Okay, this is decent. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's not bad. Unfortunately, I don't think it's good enough to be part of the soul set, because what I'm looking for is 11% at the very least, or hopefully 14. But this is a good soul overall. So I'm gonna keep that for now, and let's do the next one. Okay, so I'm gonna get it all the way up to 9, level 9, because I'm impatient. Alright, so one of them went to speed and 2 of them went to effect hit. I think it's safe to say that we can abandon this. It's a real bummer. Okay, so we're gonna try on this one, and we need pretty good luck to get the critical rate all the way to 11. I don't really care for the rest of the substats. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, there you go, level 9. Yeesh, that's bad. Okay, so one upgrade went to critical rate, one of them went to effect hit, one of them went to HP. So this again is a bad soul. You see how we can just really just burn through so quickly. Alright. Once you have enhanced souls for long enough, you can sort of find the right combo. So I know just from my previous experience, I'm gonna select the grade 2 soul sets, grade 2 souls as fodder. Let's see, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and then I'm gonna select the grade 3 ones 1 time. Okay, and then I'm gonna select the grade 2 one more time to get it to level 9. Was that what happened? I hope so. Yep, that was what happened. So what I just did got it to level 9 perfectly without much waste of the experience, and the upgrades are all bad again. Okay, so this one I'm gonna again, should I sacrifice it? Yeah, again, sacrifice. So seems like I'm being pretty wasteful with the grade 6 shadow soul, but that's partly because I have I can afford it. with the souls that I already own. But if you are just starting out, you don't have to give them up. You can keep enhancing them, because even though the substats are bad, you can still use the attack main stat. So just an FYI to you guys. Okay, let's see. Do we have any more critical rate? Okay, we have one more. We have one more grade 6 soul. I'm not even gonna bother with the grade 5 ones. Yeah. So it turns out we have the most luck with the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 grade 2 batch and then 1 grade 3 batch. What happened there? Okay, everything went to effect resist. Okay, alright. I'm actually gonna keep this one, because if one day I decide to make if one day I decide I need effect resist, I might play with this soul a little bit longer. But that is all the critical rate substat we have that is worthy of upgrading. So I might go back to the Mystic Trader. Let me see, do I have any Seductress ones? Nope, the answer is no. We don't have any critical rate Seductress substats. And the best one we have is 8%, which is worse than the one we just made. So let's put on the best one we had for now. Wait, where did this come from? Okay, we made this one. I did not know this one exists, but this is, yeah, 11% great, but I don't think that's enough. But I'm just gonna put it down for now. And 10%, 11%. So right now we're at 54 plus what Ibaraki inherently has, which is 10%, so 64%. This is, wow, 40 minutes. This is turning out to be a very long video. So bravo to you if you're still hanging around. Otherwise, alright, so we're just gonna complete the slot 4 and slot 5 first and see where it takes us and see what else we need. And again, do bear in mind that we do need a Seductress somewhere in any of these slots. Well, let's do that right now. Let's see if we can replace anything with a Seductress. I doubt it because we already checked, but let's just see. Nope, 6%, 8%, nope. And 10%, 10%. These are different. I can potentially switch between the two, and that might be a good idea, given this shadow already has speed. Or it might be a bad idea because I might need more speed depending on the team setup. Well, I don't know yet. So again, let's do this. Let's do another shadow at slot 5. Let's start with a good soul first, huh? I mean, if you compare the two, I hope it's obvious to you that this one is better than this one. And the reason this guy is ahead of this guy, and there's a row in between, it might be because this critical rate is like 2.85 and this is 2.84 or something. It's possible. I guess again, there is a decimal system in this game. So I'm gonna do this one first, and then this one, and then that's it. Sad life. Okay. Again, I mean, don't feel pressure that you don't have as many souls as I have yet, because I've saved up for months, like literally more than half a year of grinding in the Orochi 10. It is quite an experience. Okay, there you go. Level 9. Again, I know I'm repeating myself, but if you are not as lazy as I am, you can stop at level 6. So 2 of the bonus went to attack bonus, and 1 of them went to critical damage. You know what? I'm just gonna enhance this way all the way through, just to see what's gonna happen. And I don't feel bad about abandoning this soul later, simply because I know I can like sort of recycle it. Okay, so attack bonus, a lot of attack bonus. So you know, this one might have some use if I want to build a DPS unit with a lot of attack bonus and attack power, but very little critical rate. Might be a thing. Okay, so that's one of them. Let's try this one. The one with the effect resist. I'm using all the grade 3 souls right now. There you go, great. Wow, just all over the place. Okay, so if I max it all the way to 15, level 15, there's a possibility that both upgrades could go to critical rate, which would bring it up to 11%. You know, so why not? Let's try it. And also, as I mentioned before in my previous video, if you could use the lower grade souls for upgrading and release the higher grade ones, especially the grade 5, possibly the grade 4, maybe on the grade 3 ones. Nice. All the upgrades did went to critical rate, but only bringing it up to 10%. I don't know, I'm kind of iffy about this one. Okay. That would be the highest one we have as of right now. I mean, I could take off the souls that, the shadow soul that I have on Bokuman, which he's more critical rate oriented. I don't think he has anything good either on that unit. Alright, so this is gonna be the tougher one. We're gonna start with this one, and hopefully all the upgrades would go to critical rate. So you just came from the basic video, and this seems kind of daunting because it seems like a lot of things to learn. Don't worry about it. Once you do it a few times, you'll be like a pro. You'll be able to do it in your sleep with your eyes closed, like you're sleepwalking, except you're enhancing souls. This is not great. And okay, just for fun, I wouldn't recommend this to anyone else. Just for fun, I'm gonna get it all the way to max 15 to see where the upgrades would go to. HP bonus and critical damage. Yikes. That is not good. Well, I'm still gonna keep this one. Just in case I might need it one day. I doubt it. Maybe if I become even better as a gamer, I may be more comfortable with abandoning it. For now, I'm just gonna keep it because why not? It's only one slot, right? Okay, I need attack bonus. There you go. There's one attack bonus with critical rate. So this one could go really wrong. I'm thinking unless 3 of the upgrades goes into critical rate, I'm just gonna give up on this guy because everything else is kind of terrible. The defense bonus and the defense and the effect hit is just not a good soul. And I'm gonna stop at level 6. Okay, so one of them went to critical rate, one of them went to effect hit. It still might be salvageable because I got 3 more upgrades. If all 3 of them goes to critical rate, which is wishful thinking, I know, but if all of them goes to critical rate, then I'll be very happy. So, you know, why not for a shot of happiness, right? I'm gonna get it to 12. Come on, how many more do I need? There you go. Why? Okay, so for our next upgrade, we have 1/4 chance of getting critical rate. Why not? Let's just do it. That's how desperate I am. Because I really want to save on the reverse scales. Darn it. Okay. You are officially horrible. It's still one of my better shadows, so let's see what happens when we equip it. So now we have 82%. Oops. Actually, it's not that bad. If I manage to put Seductress, replace one of the shadow with a Seductress, that'll give me an additional 15%. Because this will give me a 2 set piece bonus. So can I replace it? Critical rate 6%, 7%, 8 versus 11, 10 versus 10. There you go. So we have 97%. We are so close. We're so close. Darn it. That is why. That's why I wanted 11% instead of 10%, because a few percent difference can really make a difference. And if you're just starting out, honestly, you can just stop here, because 97% is really good for PvP. It might not be ideal if you are farming Orochi 10, but if you're using this Ibaraki to farm for exploration, which I don't recommend because it will drive you nuts. 97% means you have 97% chance of one hit KOing your opponent. Okay, so in the grand scheme of things, what does 3% matter? But if you're grinding Orochi 10, that 3% chance means that you will have to check back on the game like every 10 minutes to make sure that your team didn't lose, and you have to restart the game or something. So we need 3 more percent. Let's see where we can get that 3 more percent from, huh? I'm thinking maybe slot 5 because it's only at 10. Okay, so slot 5 maybe, and we can't really move this one because this soul is actually pretty good, because it's rare to find a critical damage soul, and also it's even harder to find a critical damage soul with some successful upgrade in the critical rate as a substat. So I'm gonna buy a few more grade 5 ones, slot 5, and I'm debating about this one. Because as I've mentioned before, the slot 4 is so much harder to come by, because there's the variable of having different main stat. But yes, I'm gonna, let's go for the grade 4 one first. If it doesn't work, we'll buy some more we'll buy some more slot 4 ones. If it doesn't work, we'll buy some more slot 5 ones. Okay, I'm back. Mystic Trader, I bet you're so happy that I'm back. Off to a great start. Okay, another good one. Those were all sarcasms, just in case you guys don't know. Oh, this would have been a good soul if this was like even an HP bonus. I'll take an HP bonus. But no, it's not an HP bonus. Fantastic, this is a good soul. I'm gonna stop at 6,000. Once I hit 6,000 reverse Orochi scales. So if you think this is bad, it's worse when it comes to Demon Soul, because you need both. You need both the main stat and the substat to be correct. Oh, I'm looking forward to doing that video. Okay, so we got another one. And I'm kind of glad I'm getting so many good souls from the reverse Orochi scale during this video, because trust me when I say I've had worse, if you can believe it. I'm actually really lucky today for some reason. Okay, another critical rate. So 4 with 2 more shots. Come on, give me a good one. Just one last bad one. Okay. Okay, that's it. Stop. Stop, Brian. So it's almost like a gamble when it comes to I guess arranging your souls. No, not exactly a gamble, but you really need to have the willpower or the stomach to take it, because sometimes it's just so terrible. Turns out to be so bad. Okay, so let's start with this first one. Okay, obviously you can use these imp, which will provide you with much more experience at a much lower cost. So I'm going to use these guys first because they're taking up my inventory. They're taking up a lot of space. Oh, why did I do that? I don't want to get it all the way to 14. Okay, 5, 7. I'm going to use this later. The grade 5 father that I've just abandoned. Come on, go to soul, go to crit. Critical damage? Sure, why not? Okay, so not the best, but could have been worse. You know, it could have been a new substat that gives you like a defense stat. Again, I'm just gonna get it all the way up to 15 just to see how it's gonna turn up to be like. It's kind of like exciting to see, you know, whether if it'll be good or bad. So, maybe it's good. I mean, I'm glad I went to critical rate. I wish it'd do it sooner. I'm gonna keep that one too. And if this doesn't pan out, I'm just gonna go to slot 5 and hope for, you know, better luck. Okay, so 2 of them went to critical damage, and the rest went to HP. Okay. Okay, not the best. So you know, I could already be done if I'm just trying to build a main critical rate Ibaraki with critical damage as supplements. I can already be done, but I don't think that Ibaraki will be strong enough to get me a good score when it comes to the assembly bosses. So I'm gonna keep going. And knowing my habit to hoard, if I don't upgrade my Ibaraki right now, I might never use him. So there's that to consider. So it seems like we still have 3 more. Wait, 4 more? How do I have so many? Well, anyways, I have 4 more so that I can mess with. Yeah, I'll take it to level 15. You wish. I'm not gonna waste it all onto this guy. Okay, again, we're gonna get it up to level 9. And I'm saying this again, if you're not lazy like me, you can start in increments of 3. So level 3, level 6, and this is bad. I'm literally just gonna abandon it. It's just not. Wait, should I? Nope. Let's try it. We might get lucky. If all the upgrades goes to critical rate, we might get lucky. Okay, so one of them went to critical rate. So close. Oh, just gonna keep on going then. So notice how I'm just keeping all these, even though, I mean, they all sort of failed. They're all disappointments. Well, you never know when you might need them, so it's better to have them than not. And you can always unlock them and just abandon them later. So, you know, that's why I tell myself to comfort myself. Sure. Oh, and also, if you do decide to use the Gluttony Ghoul, it is an excellent idea to use some of the experience to top off the level up. So you can top it off to, say level 9, and then you wouldn't have to select soul manually, and that would be exactly the experience that you need. This is for those of you who actually use the Gluttony Ghoul. So this is terrible, just terrible. But I'm gonna keep going because it's just this could have been so great. You know, this soul could have been so great. It has so much potential. It got critical rate, critical damage, but why did it have to go to HP? Okay, so yep, not good. Oh well, keeping it. Wait, nope, nope. Stop being a hoarder. Stop being a hoarder, Brian. I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay, what else do I have? Got 2 more shots. There you go. And we oh, I don't know. Do I want to use it? Yeah, sure. Why not? Wow. Everything went into effect resist. Oh wow, I would have been so happy everything went into critical rate. Okay, so it actually might turn out to be a pretty niche soul, or you know, it might turn out to be a good effect resist soul for PvP. The problem is that this is a slot 4 soul, and this main stat could have been effect resist. So this might just be a terrible soul altogether, unless you can gather all the effect resist you need from all the other slots in their sub. But I'll keep it. In fact, I'm gonna upgrade it all the way to the max just to see what's gonna turn out to be like. Oh, seriously? Well, I guess I can say this is the luckiest I've ever been. This is the first time ever I've played this game where all the stats went into effect resist. Okay, well I'm gonna keep it just for fun. Just for laughs. See, if this there, I can just upgrade the main stat in the effect resist. It would be fun to have a lot of effect resist through the substats and then make DPS unit out of it. Might be a good dueling idea. Ooh, wow, this is amazing. Okay, so we got 2 more chances to up its critical rate. At the very least, we're 2% up from the rune that we're currently equipping. So, you know, let's just hope this is the end. I know you guys are tired. This is a 1 hour long video. This is the longest video I've ever done. Let's just please help us. Come on, NetEase. Just let me have this. Just as my viewers are dying for this video to end. Come on, just one critical rate, just one. Darn it! Oh my god, we're so close. We were so close. Oh shoot. 90%? Okay. It says 90%, but as I mentioned before, there's decimal point. So it is probably at 99 something, this Ibaraki. I should probably stop here, but for the sake of perfection, what if we get this critical rate to 11%, huh? Does that sound okay? Yeah, that sounds okay to me. Let's do that. I'm gonna pick a good one so I can hopefully have an easier time. Okay. So I guess most of you would probably have to go through this at some point, you know, trying to scratch your brain out to figure out a way to build a critical damage DPS unit if you would eventually want to, I guess, have the most efficient team when it comes to farming. So this is a preview. It's not so bad, right? It only took us 1 hour. If we ignore the time it takes me to save up for these guys. Okay. Come on, 11%. Yeah, give me 11%. Critical damage. Okay, so terrible. I'm just gonna again max it all the way to left 15 just to see where it goes. So I'm getting more and more tempted to build a unit with critical damage as a substat. It's gonna be easier to build. They'll probably do less damage compared to a pure critical damage build, but I see potential. Definitely see potential in this one. Critical rate 8. Shame, such a shame. Okay, this is not the best soul, but I'm just desperate right now. Come on, critical rate, critical rate. And you guys will notice that I sometimes go overboard with the experience, just because I'm just lazy. Learn from me, don't do that. You should be efficient with your resources. Again, I'm gonna get it all the way to 15, and hopefully both upgrades will go to critical rate. But again, if you're limited on resources, at this point you should really stop and abandon this if you can afford to. Okay, there you go. Okay, so that's a bad soul. I don't really see myself ever using it, so I'm going to abandon it. Where did you go? I think I have one more sitting around here. Yep. So we got 2 more criticals, so yep, let's do this. Yeah, I was only gonna get it up to level 9. Wow. Yep, this one is just bad. Okay, not much to see here, so bye bye. Yeah, I don't really have much hope for this one, because for it to in order for it to be good, at least 3 of the upgrade has to go to this one, and one of them is already going to the new substat. So not much hope there, but again, since we're desperate, we are going to enhance it. See where it takes us. Okay. Wow, I have never been so sure about a soul being so bad before. In this video. I've seen worse, but this is bad. This is just downright bad. Okay, so we have sort of just ran out of all the critical rates so that we can upgrade in the slot 5, so we are going to buy some more. See, the reason why I'm still trying is because I really, since I do a lot of Orochi dungeon farming, I really don't want to deal with having to check the game every so often, except for when I need to refill the paper doll. So I'm really trying to get it all the way to 100%. And a side note, if you haven't spent this, make sure to spend this. I haven't spent mine this week because I really haven't gotten the time to farm Orochi 10 because I'm focusing on exploration. Okay, how much are we gonna spend? Say 500. So let's just spend 500. So that would be 10 souls. So sometimes it's really, this is a good soul, perfect. It's really just that last bit of percentage that's really driving you mad. This is only the case for Ibaraki Doji because he needs the shadow set. This is nice. But if you're building, say, seduction set for an Obume or an Altengu, you have you're gonna have a much more easier time. Okay, maybe that was a terrible soul. I'm not even sure if I want to enhance that. There's only 2 substats with 1 critical rate, and oops, I shot overbar. You know what? Might as well go to 5,000. Huh? Let's do that. Maybe. So, you know, the reverse scale is definitely a very valuable resource. So you definitely want to save up on that. I saved it up mainly for the purpose of this video, but it shouldn't be you shouldn't rely on it to be the main source of your soul. Okay, I think we got maybe 4 or 5 soul that we can enhance with 1000 Orochi scales, and this is for slot 5, which should have been easier, but it's not really that great. The usable ones that we just got, yeah, so this one is pretty terrible. Okay, let's start with the good ones first, because I feel like this video is getting too long. If you are still watching at this point, give yourself a thumbs up because you have your mind is so strong. I just applaud you. I mean, it's easy for me to speak for an hour because, you know, time just flies by when I'm talking. But I can't imagine someone just sitting through an entire video. Dang! Everything went to critical damage. Okay. Okay, let's finish this. See what it's gonna turn into. Let's see. Can it still be good? 3-6. Not really. That's it. This is it for the soul. I can't use it. But I just want to see what it's gonna turn out to be like. Huh. Not bad. 4 of them went to critical damage, so this might be a good soul for a critical damage build. Okay, this would be my next target. I should have saved this on better soul. Clumsy me. Yep, bad, terrible. Darn it. Okay, where do you go? Let me abandon you. There you go. Okay, seems like we're not having much luck right now. So I might actually have to hit back to the Mystic Trader. These are not good. Whoops. I reached 10, 9, there you go. Went way overboard. Okay, I'm gonna abandon this one. But since I accidentally make it way too high in the level 9 spectrum, I'm actually gonna get it all the way to level 10. Because then I can use this soul as a level 10 father instead of a level 9 father, which means I'm gonna be able to provide more experience for my next soul at the cost of only 5 additional grade 2 soul. So yeah, just trying to be efficient. Okay, I'm gonna abandon this guy, level 10. Okay, I guess technically we have 3 more. I can't really see this. I can't really find a scenario where this might be great. So in order for this soul to be great, you need you only have 3 upgrades left after the 2 new stats coming in. So 3 times 3, 9-ish. So this could still become critical rate 11, but it's just really slim, the chance. Oh, well, might as well get it to level 12. There we go. And also, I think it's much easier to do this enhancement or the soul sorting thing on a computer. Darn, wow, this is a terrible soul. Simply because I think it's well, personally for me, it's a much bigger screen, and also it's faster than my mobile device. So just a mere suggestion to you guys. I'm not even gonna touch this one. I'm just gonna do this one. If it still doesn't work, then we'll buy some more. Let's see what you're making me do in NetEase. I actually don't know if it's their fault. Whoever designed this system, this soul system, which I doubt is by NetEase. I'm sure it's inherited somewhere. You know, we should be rewarded with karma. Like if we do a good deed in real life, we should have better luck in game, you know, because real life sucks. I'm sorry for my language. Real life is good. Yeah, it just dodge critical rate like a boss. So goodbye, Shadow. I'm saying goodbye to Shadow. Alright, so let's do 10 more. It's getting really costly. So we started with what, 9,000 reverse scales. Now we're down to 5,000, and we almost used up half of it. There, critical rate. Nice, not good. Bad. Bad. Also bad. Nope. Bad again. So imagine if I'm doing slot 5 here, how much worse it would be to do the slot 6. Because you need to get both the main stat and the substat right. Of course, again, if you're just starting out, you're really just focusing on the main stat. And truth be told, that's where I got my first critical rate, so the Mystic Trader. And really, come to think of it, I really lucked out. It only took me like less than 5, well, it took me 5. It took me 5 purchases to get the critical rate, so. Okay, so since we only got 1, I'm just gonna keep buying. This is just kind of like a bummer. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's really expensive to build a critical damage unit, but you shouldn't have to aim that high yet if you're just starting out. You can just go for a seductress set, which is much more forgiving when it comes to this the soul requirement. So we got another one. I think we got 2, maybe 3 total at most. So you know, guess my luck is waning. You guys want a break? Maybe a bathroom break? Maybe I just don't talk for a while so that you guys can get a break. Now you can just pause the video. Do it now. This is your time to catch a break. Alright, let's keep going. Level 6, level 9. We're gonna get it to level 9. Because I am lazy. So let's see, we have 2 more upgrades. Nope, not gonna, well. 2 more, yeah, no, there's just no way this will get high enough for me to want to keep this. Let's see, critical rate. Alright, so I'm gonna abandon this. Okay, level 9 again. Let's keep going. Yeah, I'm pretty much expecting nobody to be watching at this point. Hey, you know, comment down below if you're still watching, just so I know. Alright, so we got 2 more upgrades. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going because the last 2 upgrades could potentially go to the critical rate. It's gonna be a small chance, but you know, there's hope. And I really don't want to buy any more from the Mystic Trader. And as you can see here, you know, at this point I don't even care about the rest of the substats. All I need is critical rate. Darn. Well, let's see. Do I have anything else? Nah, I'm not gonna touch this. Oh wow, I guess I need to buy some more. Alright, well, you know, I guess I can try to enhance the grade 5 souls. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. It's just doesn't feel. I like to. It just feels right when, you know, all the souls are grade 6 souls. If you just have all grade 6 but 1 grade 5, it just doesn't feel right. Alright, that was a bad one. Bad again. Bad again. Yeah, I'm gonna go all the way down to 3,000. If that's what it takes. Okay, there's one good one. That wasn't even good. I'm lowering my standard. It's getting worse and worse luck. It almost seems like there's some sort of punishment system for a guy trying to enhance soul. Maybe they're catching on. They know I'm doing this video. So they're just trying to show you guys, you know, how miserable this game can make you feel. Okay, so we have two critical rates so far. 3, okay. Nope. 4. Yeah, these are all pretty bad. Okay. Yeah, this will be my last one. If it still doesn't work, then, you know, in time I'm sure I'll get something. Let's just take a look real quick. In retrospect, I should have gone for this one too. Oh well. Nah, I made the right choice. Yeah, slot 5, in my opinion, is the easiest one to modify, or to get the critical rate up. This is again a bad one, and yep, not gonna bother with getting into level 11. Fodder, that will be the fodder. Yep, this is bad as well. Yeah, yeah, I'll play with this one. Careful not to use the 0 level ones as a fodder, because you can just release these guys for the reverse scales or coins. So it seems like I still have a lot of followers left when it, for the souls, which is nice. I might do some more soul upgrading for my team. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, bad again. So again, I'm gonna abandon this guy. Such a shame though, I'm so close to 100%. If only I can get some sort of official statement from the game to tell me that I have more than 100%, then I'll be set. But I don't, you know, we're just gonna assume that it's below 100%. And this is a terrible, terrible upgrade. Such a shame. This could have been great, you know, with the critical damage and the speed. You know, I might have some use for the speed, so I'm gonna keep this guy for speed tuning. Okay, so notice how in the beginning of the video I'm more careful with what I'm feeding to the soul, because I'm really trying to conserve on the fathers. Well, that was just to show you guys how it should be done properly. But I'm sort of breaking my own rules because I'm getting lazier and lazier and more frustrated. Of course, what we're seeing here is a beautifully enhanced soul, and I still get 2 more shots to getting this critical rate up. So there's a chance that this would go to 11% with 1 single upgrade. Ideally, we want 2 more upgrades on this critical rate. So I guess I would say we have a 50% chance of finally ending this video. So, you know, if you're watching, pray for the me in the past, I guess. Yeah, no, God. Oh, so close. It still says 10%. Shoot. Yep, nope, it's not changing anything. Okay, let's take a look at the stats. Okay, so it says 10 plus 90%, you know, that, again, that should be just, that's 100%, right? But no, the game has a decimal system. So this could mean 99.51%. Which means that there's still a chance of, you know, Ibaraki not getting that critical shot. Like this, honestly, I feel like I'm nitpicking myself. I'm kind of hating myself for it, but really, if you're doing the Orochi runs, you really want more than 100%. And also, another problem I see is the speed is at 0, so this guy is going to be pretty slow, and it's going to be really challenging to give him any speed tuning as well. Because most of my souls, well, I guess I can give him 2 speed, but others, most of them just don't come with speed. Except for this one. Okay, yeah, keep proving me wrong. What have I done to you? Alright, so I finally did it and managed to reach more than 100%. So it turns out I just need to keep on enhancing until I lucked out and get 13% on critical rate. And by that, this is complete. So I'm just going to give you guys a quick rundown of all the souls that are in this character. So we got slot 1 here, slot 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the most important one. This is the one that gives us a lot of critical damage. And there you have it. As you can see, most of the critical rates are above 10%, and I guess that's what it takes. For those of you who are just starting out, this build is way overkill. You do not need a critical damage Ibaraki Doji. You can just make do with 100% crit rate Ibaraki Doji, and his critical damage would probably be like 150% to 170%. But if you're just starting out, that is more of the normal range, and this is your goal. So what's left is getting more souls that will allow me to speed tune this character, and then I can take him to the Orochi 10 or the Exploration. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you guys the very best of luck, and hopefully you have better luck than me when it comes to enhancing. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you liked today's video, please like and subscribe, and also follow me on Twitter for any updates.